Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer teamed up with the help of 4.9 ABV and became such a bigger creation. Give them that rundown.
Oh, yeah. We're talking 4 great flavors, guys. Fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. And don't forget, best part, only 110 calories, low carb.
You had another great comparison this week.
Yeah.
Steiner Brothers versus Edge and Christian. Who's the better tag team?
Right. So funny, I always talk about the Steiner Brothers are my favorite tag team and how great I think they are. But Edge and Christian are my favorite kind of attitude era tag team, I guess you could say. Like when you look at those matches with the Hardys and the Dudleys, and everybody loved the Hardys and Dudleys, I was an Edge and Christian guy. There was something about Edge and Christian and the promos they would cut, the 7-second pose, and all the shenanigans. I really thought it kind of set them apart. You know, they weren't just all high flying moves. Edge, was already doing that spear once in a while back then and had a few different moves. So I just liked the dynamic of them. And they ended up winning, I think. They won all 3 of the original TLC matches too. Like they would always find a way to be on top. And I'm a big fan of these guys a lot. I would have loved to have seen this match, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Steiner brothers, I say it all the time. Like it's just like Scotty Steiner with that suplex into a pile driver, the fall away slam where he flips over, the Frankensteiner, Rick Steiner, who we don't talk enough about sometimes, with that bulldog off the top rope, or going back to Scott again, where he would DDT an opponent off of Rick's shoulders on the top rope. Like there's so many great moves these guys would do. They were so innovative. I don't know if I ever pick against the Steiner brothers. I'm going to go to Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott.
See, it's funny because right when you started talking about Edge and Christian, I was about to ask, is this going to be another age thing where we're just going to pick the Steiner brothers just because they were peer favorites? But you made a big case for Edge and Christian. They were big, really in a time that I hadn't been watching as much. So for me, it's just going to be Steiner brothers. I've gone back and seen the matches. They're good. But I mean, just Rick and Scott in the ring, they almost felt like a modern day LOD. And I find it hard to pick against the Steiner brothers.
Edge and Christian were great in that, that crash course, just
style
throw everything. Yeah, just throw it at the wall, wild. Like that's the stuff that TLC, those are like the standard for what started it all with the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. But the Steiner brothers, to me, were just one of the most realistic, in a good way, no nonsense teams. And it's hard to go against the Steiner brothers for me.
Yeah, Edge and Christian went so hard. Edge, had years taken off his career, and that's why it's wild to see him back. And it's good to see both of these guys in AEW right now doing it. And, Steiner Brothers, one of the best ever.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.